is a guide on Havi Odin here in Echigo Highway Heights. This is on the new Honda event for the Mountain Mastery. So, or the Mountain Knowledge Max. So, while we're in here, I'm actually going to be soloing if the 131 doesn't join. But hold on. But yeah, so here's the first little bit of information you need to know about Havi Odin. It's very easy to dodge his skills. All his skills are in patterns, and you'll see me dodge. I don't have the best HP in my build, so it also lets me know how effective my dodging and blocking is. And you could just simply, just move to the side and you avoid most of his attacks. Just like a simple side step or roll can take you a long way. He's a head-on attacker. He's a little unorthodox too, with all the disappearing and movement. So that could really throw you off, and therefore it could really mess up your runs. But make sure you bring in a Vanguard with, well, you don't have to bring in the Vanguard, but I'm going to give you his weakness. First of all, he's a nature, his nature is soul. So as I get close to the blue SL means soul. That means any Vanguard that you have, or any assist character, or any mount that you have, well, mounts usually don't apply because they can kill just about anything. But if you have any Vanguards or assist characters of his weakest element, then you could pretty much destroy the guy. My Wolf King Kaguya is actually soul. She's actually soul, so she's strong against soul. And in being strong against soul, right now I'm using fire. I found out that fire and holy is neutral to Havi Odin, meaning they're not the strongest elements to use against him, but they are actually effective if you have a high enough element and skill force and crit force. And of course it helps if you have something that's strong against soul nature bosses. So that's what we're doing here, avoiding his attacks, getting out of the way, dealing damage. Very easy. I'll make it look easy. The Vanguard actually definitely helps make it easy, but there's quite a few Vanguards that can do the trick as well. But like I said, holy and fire are neutral elements, so they'll get the job done, but not as fast as these other two elements. The next two elements that are top tier for this dungeon will be lightning and mountain. Although this is a mountain mastery event where you basically your mags are going to help you deal damage, you're also at the same time going to be a glass cannon, because he uses a lot of wind, and that mag, although it boosts the mountain element, its negatives are wind, which he pretty much uses each and every time. And so he can definitely destroy you with those mags, so just be careful on that. Just a simple roll, I was able to dodge that. I just sidestep, and he always returns with an entire 360. So once he goes in for that 360, you can simply roll over to the left, come back, to where he started his 360, and you'll pretty much avoid the entire attack. You don't even have to worry about blocking it. But in case you get trapped on this side, you will be asked to perfect block. If you don't, you will be stunned and you will be attacked. And so, in saying this, I'm gonna use also because I don't care. But anyways, in saying this, and what I just showed you, but it can be perfect block, like I just showed you. It can be perfect block. It's just got to be very well timed. You get used to it the more battles that you have with the guy. You can use mounts. I don't recommend mounts for party runs because mounts I heard are like really laggy, and I've experienced that are really laggy. He's doing a double stun. Dude, man. Okay. Wow. Triple stun. Well, there's really no problem. There's so many things that could take care of them. All you got to do is have great timing in dodging and blocking. And just chip away at them. Me as a bow user, I do have some sort of advantage because I'm a ranged attacker. So I have a large AoE where I could just spam and, you know, deal DPS that in that manner. But also, you know, I can get my vanguards up with my bow just with the basic shots. And of course it helps to have more scrolls into your vanguard so you can swap much faster. And then, like I said, you want to all these things will actually help out if you actually have the more element that you have. I'm gonna show you. Right now I'm rocking 240 fire element with the falling star equipped and the mags, which is great. That's pretty much all you need. You don't even need that much fire element, but it definitely helps. So there's that. As you can see, he uses wind. I'm not negative in wind with the mags that I put on. That's very important as well. The bosses that you go against, you want to make sure that you're not negative in the elements that they utilize to try to kill you. So just pay attention to that. Even though it may not be one of these core elements like flight, light, dark, mountain, it might actually be impact, pierce, and slice. So you gotta actually be careful with that. But along with that element, you want to have a lot of skill force. As you can see, with the bow that I have equipped would be the fallen star. I have up to 420 skill force with the max that I have on currently, plus 240 fire element, which is really good, so that whenever I swap from my fallen star, holding my fallen star into my vanguard then takes over. I'm gonna show you what my vanguard has, and there's quite a few vanguards that can, like if you have Hoyo, strong against soul, as you can see, fire plus 100, and also holy plus 50. So both of the neutral elements are set up here. We'll let them know YouTube this time. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you the Vanguard. Like I said, Wolf King Kage is one of many that can get the job done. Asura can get the job done. He's strong against Soul. I'm gonna show you the amount of element that he carries. He carries both Mountain, which is one of the, you know, the best elements you could carry into this dungeon, and Fire element. Let's see. She wouldn't be ideal since she's weak against Soul. She wouldn't be ideal. Neither would she. Neither would she. Neither would he. Well, he's neutral. Basically, he's neutral, so he could be utilized. But you could pretty much see his best elements. So he's got Fire and Mountain. Those that I do recommend. Oda's really, really good in this dungeon. So if you have Oda, she's strong against Soul as well. Don't recommend her. Let's see, I forget sometimes, but she is strong against Soul. Let's see. She uses Wind though, so I don't recommend. Shibata, weak against Soul, don't recommend. Lancelot is strong against Soul. I probably recommend Lancelot's Holy, because Rain does absolutely nothing. Grace, Autumn, Lancelot is Soul. So she's actually good. She actually uses lightning, which is one of the better elements to use in this dungeon. So she can actually deal quite a bit of damage. Make sure you have a decent amount of scrolls in all these Vanguards that you're trying, so that it can do much better for you. You can get much better results that way. She's strong against Soul. Spring Dawn, Gawain. You can use her Fire to deal some decent damage. Tristan is strong against Soul, but I think Tristan is mostly Pierce and Wind. Yeah, she's got some flight in there. I don't really recommend her too much, but make sure you have a decent balance of, if they're strong against Soul, you want to see that. That's a check mark. That's good. The next thing you want to see is the element. You want to make sure that the element matches up with what you're going up into the dungeon. And you also want to make sure that you have a nice weapon and skill force and mags. Make sure your setup is for that element. It'll help boost their Vanguard to do much more damage while it's in that state. And you don't even have to use a Vanguard. You could just use your setup and go into the dungeon and use other elements just to double check on, you know, fact check me basically if you don't believe me. But trust me guys, I just wanted to drop these tips for you guys that are new to this event. It's still here, you know, get into it while it's out. I will show the item exchange in a separate video, and I will show the show you guys a little bit more about the event, but I just wanted to give you a guide here on Havi Visual Odin, so you guys can have, you know, briefs on the ins and outs of the event and which is the best dungeons to run. I definitely recommend Odin because it gives you both the materials that you're going to need for the item exchange. Once you master how to, you know, conquer this dungeon, or you just get in the runs and use the energy, that's all it takes really. It's just the knowledge and the energy to run a dungeon. I use Akane. I used Akane before. She's neutral to him, so I used her to find out, and plus I had her max scrolls, so it's really easy for me to get into her Vanguard mode, so that was really cool. Fire element plus 70. I don't really use her Wind, but Fire element definitely does the job. Like I said, remember what I said in this tutorial. This is the guide for Visual Odin. Until next time guys, okay? I'm out. Peace. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial guys. It'll be more like this coming into the channel.